Alright, hey, Hades Mega here, and I'm shooting a video about the Alta Redshift SM39 today. Alright, it's kind of more like a vlog video. Alright, so in a recent race, it was a Shasta Supermoto round 1 2024. It was the open amateur supermoto race. Alright, the main race, and I hit a jump and I landed real hard, and then the bike cut out. Alright, so, and I think it cut out because of the kickstand sensor. Alright, so this bike has a kickstand sensor. It's a 2018 Alta Redshift SM, and there's a kickstand sensor on it. Alright, there's a little magnet that when the magnet gets like a signal or something, it shuts the bike off. Alright, and so I'm trying to I found out what the problem is. Alright, so we'll go take a look at it, and then you'll find out what Hades Omega is going to do to keep this from happening again. Alright, basically, well, okay, I think after one of these races, and it's probably the same place, probably a Shasta Supermoto race. Alright, I probably landed the bike really hard, and the kickstand is kind of low on this bike. It hangs low, so it's gonna hit stuff. Alright, I've got like a ton of scratches on the kickstand already, man. I don't know why they made it so the kickstand is so low, man. It hits everything when it bottoms out and stuff. Okay, so what happened is the wiring got ripped out for the sensor. Right, it's not hooked up to the magnet anymore at all. So I noticed after one of the races, hey, the bike just moves with the kickstand down. And I'm like, well, whatever. So for like the longest time, Hades Mega had been riding the bike like that. All right, where like the kickstand sensor does nothing. All right, and then so what I found out during the race is that the wiring is loose. All right, it's just hanging there, and I think when I landed hard, it must have shorted the wire out on like the kickstand or something, and it shut the bike off, and that cost me like the middle position of that race. All right, I was in the back. Was I in the back? I was in the front. No. I was in the middle of the pack, and then I went to the back of the pack because this happened. All right, guys, it shut off on me in the jump. So this video is about me trying to fix that problem. All right, basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna hide the wire somewhere where that won't happen anymore. All right, and then we shouldn't have a kickstand sensor on the bike anymore. Okay. Why would you not want to have a kickstand sensor? Well, for situations like that, for racing and stuff. And if anything was to happen to your kickstand sensor if you're riding, you may not be able to get your bike started again. So that's why a lot of people, they take out all the safeties. All right, they take there's like a brake safeties, like on the Suron has a brake safety. This one has kickstand safety. There's a clutch safety. Okay, this bike doesn't have a clutch, so we don't have to worry about that, but it does have a kickstand safety. Okay, so we're gonna make sure we do away with that today. All right, but let's go check out what happened to the bike, and then I'll go fix it. It should be a simple fix, right?
Okay, guys, here it is, Alta Redshift SM39. So here's the problem. It's the kickstand sensor, right, guys? So the kickstand sensor, the way it works. All right, I have to get under the bike for this. I believe this is a magnet right here. Okay, so when this swings up, the magnet goes away. All right, so when the magnet isn't touching this, the bike runs. When the magnet is touching this, the bike doesn't run. Wow, look at these gashes and stuff. See, I told you this kickstand's been taking a beating. Yeah, so yeah, so when you complete the circuit, yeah, when the circuit is complete, it kills the bike. Okay, so right now it's not even connected, as you can see. The wire is just hanging here. So here's something, Alta Engineering, guys, they put this is what happened to this bike. See, so this sensor, I think, normally connects down here. Okay, so this sensor right here normally connects to this wire, all right, but this wire is like, it's at the bottom here, all right, so it's easily damaged. All right, when you bottom out, maybe they weren't thinking, oh, you're Supermoto, there won't be jumping their bike. Well, in Supermoto, we jump our bikes, guys. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. All right, But maybe they were thinking, oh yeah, you know, the common person won't be like doing that, right? Is what I'm gonna say. All right, but anyway, so the scoop is this connector was on the bottom here. So when you bottom it out, when something brushes up under here, it just rips this sucker right out. All right, and there it is. It's all tore up. So I think what we're gonna do with this connector, I think we're gonna cut it because it's all gnarled up and stuff. All right. Yeah, let's cut it so it looks neat, and then basically I'm just gonna it goes up here. All right, guys, it goes up over this crossbar, and it's zip tied here, so we're gonna cut that zip tie. All right, and then I traced it. I know where it is. I know where it goes, but we can't disconnect it, guys. All right, so here's the scoop. All right, so here's the scoop. See, there's a connector in there. Gotta tilt the camera sideways. There's a white connector. Like if I jiggle this, all right. This is the connector. All right, that's the wiring harness for the kickstand switch. Well, if you look in there, oh, there we go. Okay, see, I have to turn the camera sideways, but see that connector? Yeah, it's in there. It's in there, and you can't tell, but it's also connected to this bulkhead right here. I think this is called the rear bulkhead, and this is like the front bulkhead or something. Well, it's connected to the rear bulkhead, and it's between the battery and the bulkhead, so it's like you can't get to the connector. I couldn't get to the connector, and we can't tape it or anything. So that's my idea. All right, guys, I'm just going to tape the connector off. All right, I do not want a kickstand sensor on this bike, okay, because for those reasons, all right, because we use it for racing, and like when we jump the bike, the sensor might kill the engine, all right, or the motor in this case. Okay, so that's a scoop. We can't get to the connector, all right, because it's sandwiched between the battery and the bulkhead. Now, if I was to ever take the battery out of the bike, we can do that, all right? But for now, we're just gonna shove it up in there as far as we can, okay? All right. So that is my proposed plan, all right? We're going to cut that zip tie, all right, right here to this, and then I'm gonna probably snip off. See how it's all the wires all messed up? I'm gonna snip it so the wires are nice and clean. And then we're going to just roll it up and shove it up and probably zip tie it up there somewhere. Okay, so that's my plan. Okay, that will keep the bike from dying on jumps and stuff. So what happened? All right, I'll show you what happened. So there's this wire, right? So I think this wire is just like dangling here, right? For the longest time, I didn't know what was going on with it. All I knew is like, oh well, the kickstand sensor doesn't work anymore. Big whoop-de-doo, all right? Well, I think when I landed, it probably pushed the wiring up into the metal here, and it shorted it out, all right? And when it shorted it out, it completed the connection, all right, like it is right now, all right? So I'll show you how it works. See the kickstand. Okay, see the little sensor, the little magnet is going away from the bike when it's in the up position. All right, so basically it completed the connection. All right, when it shorted on the frame. All right, it rubbed up on something around here, and then like, yeah, when I tried to take it off the trailer, I noticed it didn't work also. So I think it was like rubbing on this, so I pulled it out and stuff. So okay, so we're gonna snip this clean. I'm gonna put a electrical tape, and I'll probably put some dielectric grease on the ends. We'll put some electrical tape around it, and then zip ties. All right, that way it'll be nice and isolated. All right, cut the zip tie that's going down here, all right, and then we're gonna roll it up and just shove it up somewhere and zip tie it somewhere so we don't run into that problem anymore. Okay, that's what I propose. When in the next clip, I will have gone and done it already. All right, thanks for watching. Okay, I've got the wire out, and I just put some I snipped the end here. All right, that's what I did. All right, snip the end, and then like I put a electrical tape around it, and I put zip ties on it. So, all right, now all we got to do is tuck it up in there somewhere. Okay, guys, I've done it. All right, so as you can see, there's no more wiring right here. All right. I'm gonna take the sensor off also, might as well, you know. That's why I put my rear stand on so I can go and do that. We'll put the kickstand up and get it out in a minute. All right, but so you can see the connector is still in there. All right, the white connector is in there somewhere. There you go, see, he's still in there, but that's okay, that keeps everything nice and sealed. All right, but I snipped the zip tie right here, and then up in here is where all the wiring is. So there it is. I just, like I said, I bundled it all up and I zip tied it to that crossbar right there, and that was hard because I had to hook the zip tie around the bar somehow. There's not a lot of room to work with in there, man. But yeah, so basically I all wrapped it up and I just zip tied it to the crossbar, and that's it. Okay, and I plugged a hose in. Where did it go? Oh, I plugged this hose in. All right, this hose was like just dangling out there. I think that's the coolant drain or something. Okay, and yeah, so that's it. As you can see, there's nothing hanging out underneath the bike anymore. All right, I also zip tied this. I think this is the brake sensor. It goes up here. I zip tied it to the top of the bar here, all right, to make sure, as if it's on the top, it's not going to get damaged, unlike the other one. So, all right, and then that's this here. Okay, so that's this here. All right, so I'm going to remove this next. I put the rear stand on so I can put this kickstand up, and then we'll go ahead and take this sensor off since we don't need it anymore. It's not really doing anything. All right, I'm surprised this little thing didn't break off too, a little magnet thing. All right, but yeah, that looks like it. Yeah, see, it's messed up, guys. Yeah, this, I'm not gonna lie, this oh, it's connected to the spring for the kickstand also. So okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take this out, and then okay, sensor is removed. It was a 3mm Allen wrench dealie. Take it out. There's the sensor right there. It's a Japanese sensor. It's a magnetic sensor or something, or a magnetic pickup. All right, it's a CE122, and apparently it's made in Japan. All right, and it uses this 3mm bolts. Okay, you can see the wiring in there. It's all potted and everything too. I don't think there's any way you're gonna fix this. You'd have to buy the whole. You'd have to buy the whole thing, the whole harness. Yeah, that would be kind of hard to solder back on. I mean, I suppose you could. You could just pull it out of there. But yeah, so the genius engineers decided to install this pointed downward onto the ground, and that's how it got ripped off, guys. So, as you can see, I don't like this, guys. Here's one thing I don't like about the Alta design, is that the foot peg bracket hangs below the frame. All right, I'm not a big fan of that. A lot of the dirt bikes, you can see, yeah, look at this dirt bike. The foot peg is above the frame. All right, the foot peg is above the frame. All right, so we're on. What else? Here, DR650. All right, here's the DR650. The foot peg bracket is above the. Okay, well, it's on the side of the frame, all right? But it's it's on the side. It's not on the bottom, guys. So yeah, that is not a good design. All right, Alta engineers did. It's like, see, so you can see, I mean, the foot peg is in an okay position. Actually, the foot peg is actually kind of low on this bike, you know. If this bike didn't have such good ground clearance, then yeah. All right, you can see, like, these, we're hitting them big time, man. They're sticking out a lot. These bolts are sticking out underneath the frame too. All right, this is sticking underneath. All of this is sticking underneath. That's why this is all bashed up. See, it's not good. Not good to have that stuff hanging up like that. Okay, so that design, not very good, Alta. All right, Alta Motors, yeah, not very impressed with how they made that, is what I want to say. So this foot peg should foot peg bracket, right? And I'm not just saying the foot peg. The foot peg is fine. The foot peg bracket, it should not hang lower than the frame. Okay, should be thing. Okay. Maybe you can put a skid plate over it or something. I don't know. But that's what it looks like when it's up, right? So see how much it sticks down. A lot. It's like an inch. It goes an inch below the frame. So of course you're gonna hit that, man. When you bottom out, of course you're gonna hit that. so that's the scoop there. Hopefully I didn't mess it up too bad racing, but yeah. Okay, so there you go. Let's do a little test here. All right, the bike should run regardless of position the kickstand is in. Okay, so I should be able to fire it up. Oh, yep, fire it up. Okay, there you go. Okay, kickstand up. I should be able to move the kickstand down. It should still run. Okay? Like it was before. Okay. I'd rather have it that way. All right, but yes, I know, I understand. Like for safety standards, if you're gonna sell a motorcycle, it's got to have a kickstand safety sensor. But it's not to say the owner. It's not illegal for the owner to delete that safety feature. Okay, but we don't need it for racing, guys. I'll tell you. I need it for racing. I don't want to get stranded somewhere because this wire touched something and shorted out on something. Okay. Okay, so that's what I did. If I ever get that battery out of there, all right, if we ever get the battery out of this bike at some, whenever, I will just disconnect that connector and then we'll just wrap it with electrical tape like I did the rest of it, all right, and then we'll get rid of all that bundle of wires, all right. But for now, that'll do the trick. Okay. It's up and out of the way. Nothing's gonna touch it. All right. It's gonna hit stuff is gonna hit a whole lot of stuff before it gets to that wiring anymore. Okay. And there's nothing dangling out. No, there's no wire dangling out from the bottom of my bike. All right. But yeah, of course, when we bottom out, this poor thing's gonna get hit. I wouldn't be surprised if the bolt was bent. It still moves smoothly though. But yeah, the kickstand is not beautiful anymore. I have to say, I do like the design of this kickstand. It's very shiny, I like the finish of it and everything. And it works good. For the most part, it doesn't really go down and stuff, so. I think they did a good job engineering the kickstand, other than the foot peg brackets are really low on this thing. Maybe on the MX or EX versions, maybe the foot pegs are taller. I'm not sure, okay, but I wish I had like an EX or MX to compare with. Okay, thanks for watching. So that's my vlog on completely deleting the foot peg safety sensors. Okay, so I actually removed the sensor itself, all right, the part that the wiring went to, and then we cleaned up the wiring and we tucked it up into between the battery, like on the frame and stuff, and we zip tied it there, so it's out of harm's way now. Okay. And also, if you're wondering, so this is the magnetic pickup, guys. So, all right, I guess it works similar to like a crank angle sensor or something, or cam angle sensor. There's a magnet, all right. So the magnet is on this part. Okay. See how the bolt just sticks to it. Got it? That's how it works. Okay, we'll just leave the magnet on there. I don't even know how they have that installed on there, man. I think they just it looks like they just shrink wrapped it to the to the spring. So it's actually connected to the spring bracket here. So we can't get rid of it. Oh, look at this. This hits this. Is there like a soft thing on this? No, it's not. It's just straight metal to metal, man. It's gonna dig into the kickstand. I don't like that either, man. Should I put some kind of a pad on that or something? Maybe I can put like I'll put a shrink tubing is what I'll do. I'll put a shrink tubing around this. So look at how it's just digging into that. Maybe there was something on there before, but yeah. Okay. All right, thanks for watching another Hayes Omega Alta Redshift SM39 vlog. All right, so all right, Hayes Omega.